Ladies and gentlemen, for the millions watching around the world and the tens of thousands in attendance tonight, introducing fighter out of the left corner and three-time defending crypto champion of the world, Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing. Let's get ready to crypto! Like, subscribe, and share to keep your updated and sidestep and on about that ever-changing criminal gangster cartel. Peace and love. Hit the bell notification.
Baby Crypto Pig here, and I'm here locked into this vortex of hell. And I'm here today to join old Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing on YouTube partner to sidestep and audible the criminal gangster cartel.
Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, and you can see we're at Yahoo Finance. Remember to hit that bell notification, share the channel far and wide across all your social media platforms, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button, comment down below. As I get ready on this Saturday morning in this cryptocurrency news, ETH leads crypto market cap above $1 trillion as markets rally after jobs data. I get ready to watch the Michigan football season to start today as the Fighting Jim Harbaughs and the defending Big Ten champions start their defense and start a new college football season. Link down below on my new channel, College Football News. Right, hit that button down below. It's the first thing in the pinned comment. Go over to my other channel and just hit that subscribe button to help support old Vincenzo's new channel, to get it off the ground and to get into the algorithm and share it with the fanatics and your fanatic college football friends, right? But let's take a look at this. Bitcoin was up more than 2% on the Friday to trade above critical 20,000, which is now fallen below it and straggling that 19,669 to 20,000 right now, putting it on pace for gains during the week after falling towards this key level in late August. Ethereum, however, continues to lead crypto rallies as expectations for its mid-September merge transaction have jump-started. Ether, as the most popular risk-on trade in the cryptocurrency market this quarter, ETH was up about 6% to trade near $1,620 critical major support, right? The total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies was up about 4% following the report, trading above $1 trillion on Friday morning for the first time in 2 weeks. ETH value relative to Bitcoin. ETH does Bitcoin, an indicator analysis used, assesses risk taking within the crypto sector, was up 3% on Friday and nearing levels not seen since the beginning of the year. Investors seem bullish on the long-term future of Ethereum as evidenced by the options market, but in the short term remains exhaust as the possibility of self-inflicted crisis. Research analysis for crypto firm Keiko explained in a Thursday note. Meanwhile, funding rates, which indicate whether the long or the short side of the trade is more popular, shows that investors' expectations turned sharply negative at the end of August. In the option markets, traders appear more hesitant to place short positions following the merge, with the majority of contracts expirations representing long positions, right? So that's very interesting that the longs have taken over the shorts. Markets were broadly higher on Friday after the jobs report showed the U.S. labor market grew at a slower pace last month, potentially taking the pressure off the Federal Reserve to continue with its aggressive interest rate hikes. And old Vincenzo will tell you right here, right now, that is not the case. The United States Federal Reserve doesn't care if the stock market goes down. They don't care if the jobs reports slow down and more unemployment starts. They're going to continue for at least the next 6 to 10 months. Raise rates, take liquidity out of the market, and try to bring in inflation down, and they will not even start thinking about switching that for another 6 months at minimum, old Vincenzo believes. So don't believe that little bit right there. That is the wrong take. That's the wrong opinion, because these are all just opinions. But old Vincenzo believes that that is the wrong opinion, and the correct opinion is the Federal Reserve will continue to raise rates this month and the next 3 or 4 times they meet, and they won't start thinking about changing things into the future for at least 6 months, but more likely 10 months, right? A break above 20,000 could be painful for Bitcoin, and today's data may enable it to hold above for a while longer yet, and it would be critically painful if it broke below that, because if we get right into the Bitcoin price, you can see it's struggling right there on that 19,969 major support, which was the old all-time high, and actually is a technical target, because you can see it came down into the range where the range would be 19.1 to where you're at now to fulfill this technical target over here, because we've been in this rising channel. You can't see that. We're going to make that much bigger, and then we're going to make it we'll make it yellow. No, fuck yellow. We'll go with some nice beautiful light blue, and then we're going to have to delete it, and then we're going to bring it back. And you can see what we've been talking about for quite some time. Oh, yeah, look how sexy that is. We had resistance at the 200-day, resistance, double top, resistance, crash, support, failed support, in an uptrending fashion. That's a rising channel into this bear flag that we had from the last bear flag that we had back then, right? And then you had the flagpole, the flag, and then the technical target would be down here at 13,669, hitting our 13,336 Bitcoin price target, right? And it's going to hit that, but that's why they're saying in that article it's going to be painful, because if you break this level, your technical target is down here out of this mini bear flag right there, but over the overall much bigger macro bear flag, the technical target is way down there, coming right on into our beautiful area that we've been talking about since the Bitcoin price was on a massive bear market rally midsummer last year, about this time last year, running into the just before the Thanksgiving holiday. During the Thanksgiving holiday, it had topped out and it was starting to decline, but not enough to where people even had an inkling that a big bear market was coming, except old Vincenzo. So if you have to look at the current price today, what I would watch out for is this 19,000. If you hold this, you can remain bullish and try to push up to the 200-day moving average. But if you break this key level right here, you're going to fall quickly, at least down to 19.26, but most likely all the way down to 17,000 and change, hitting a double bottom from way back here on the great dump of June 18th of 2022, right? So that's what's going on in the Bitcoin price. If we go to the Ethereum price, you can see Ethereum is doing the same thing, sort of, as Bitcoin. It was in the same sort of rising channel. We don't want our drawing tool. We want our industry exclusive perching tool. Look at me pivot, hello. But if we zoom on down here real quick, bam, we can see TikTok. Check me out on TikTok, Crypto Millionaire. We're getting lots of buzz there, lots of likes, lots of subscriptions. Check me out over there to help support the channel, right? And share that across your social media website. But you can see we had this nice support bottom right near this uptrending green ring, right? And then we rolled that green ring up until we ran back into this falling channel that we broke out of down here on June 12th with the great dump. We initially got rejected, came back through it, initially got rejected at the upper resistance, and then pumped through it and came all the way up for an extended period of resistance, where you tag the 200-day. See, when you have a big pump, get rejected, come down, tag the 200-day in a longer time frame that's bullish, and then we came up to our next upper resistance, tagged 100-day a couple times, and then blew through it. And then when we were up in here, we said where this red support zone is, this is your major volume indicator, and we were peeking our head through there, going up towards your major upper resistance at 21.4548, and we got turned around. And we were looking at this as a mini head and shoulders topping reversal pattern in the short time frame, and that if we dip below it down here, that would be very bearish, because often it comes back up hits it underneath, and that's resistance, and gets a big flush, and that's exactly what happened. And now we've traded up and sideways back to the moving averages. And what I would watch out for today and the Ethereum price is if you come up to this major volume indicator red resistance area, it's likely to reject you, right? Or if you get rejected where you're at now, a likely spot to get your first initial some sort of support is this uptrending green ring, or just below it, just like here, here, and back there, right? So that's what we're looking at with the Ethereum price. And if we scroll along to the XRP price, you can see XRP, we're on support right now, right? You see this? And we know where we've been since the great dump in early June. We've been getting supported in this red support zone, which is the volume indicator zone. It used to be our blue support zone, but we've taken the whole history of XRP, and it actually lined up beautifully with this being the major volume area. And as long as you're above it, you try to get bullish, you try to bounce, right? You can get bullish bounces. You see the initial bounce, rejected, bounce, rejected by the 200-day bounce, rejected by the 200-day local double bottom, pump through the 200-day, came back down. Now that it was on top of the whole box, it bounced again as support, came way up, got harshly rejected by this back area where there was a lot of trading volume that we were looking at for a rejection, struggled onto that major support level and resistance level, 37 cents. Could not hold that 37 cents, flushed all the way back down, but got supported again on the red support zone, pumped up into this rising channel, had that big wick reversal candle where we tagged that 37 cents for about 3 seconds and got harshly rejected. And a couple of hours later, we were back down there on the top part of this volume indicator support zone at 32.5 to 33 cents. And what I would look for this weekend is if you can't hold this level, you're coming straight down to the bottom again. This support zone at about 28.9, right? 28.9 cents. And then that would be where you could try to bounce back up to upper resistance, which should be 32 cents, or you're going to fall through it and start to come on down and hit some of these lower targets and get into this orange support zone and getting close to where you start doing your max accumulation, right? So that's what we're looking out for. The key level today is 32.5 cents, staying on top of this. Take a picture of this, staying on top of this red support zone, because if you break that, you got an 8-9% straight down fall down to 26 cents. If you can get some support, get some buyers, get some momentum this weekend, you could try to tag and make another run at this 37 cents, right? So that's what the XRP is looking like. And then we're going to end this video out with XLM. It's sitting in relatively the same area, right? You can see support, 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 right about that 10.3 cents. And major upper resistance is 1.618 Fibonacci fib circle, right? That is slowly descending. We got resistance, resistance, came back through, failed it as support, resistance, 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 and now we're down here. And what I would look for in the XLM price is if you can't hold this 10.4 cent level, you're coming straight down to the 7.5 to 7.75 cent level. But this is your critical area, is the 10 cent level. If you can try to find some buyers and some momentum this weekend, you could try to tag on the resistance side of the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level. And then you have the major 12.9 cents, which I don't believe you're going to get this weekend. I'm tending to be bearish because the markets have been bearish, but this is your critical level you need to hold if you're trying to get bullish this weekend. And then we'll look at a little Luna because it had a lot of little momentum this morning, and you can see Luna came down near and tagged that fib circle that we're going by now. But what this might look like is this tag the fib circle comes back up, what we were talking about the other day, and form a massive double top, right? And if it does do something like a massive double top like that, we're going to project into the future and say the double top is right here, and then you would go to the neckline right there, and then you would go to the point of the breakout of the neckline, and that would bring you back down into here, which would be still a bullish consolidation because the 100-day moving average would be sneaking and slithering right about there later on today and early tomorrow. And then if that double topped, came all the way down, tagged that and held it, you could get bullish again and try to pump back up either for a much, much bigger double top or to get more to the bullish side, right? So that's an underneath target that we're watching if this thing fails to breach this. But one thing I'm noticing is all these big wicks in a row, that's sell pressure. So that's telling me that the buyers are being exhausted. As you can see here, after this big run, you've had an uptrending volume and now a crashing volume with some sell volume coming in, and now a up and sideways consolidation. Let's watch to see if this isn't a double top this weekend, because I think this is eventually going to roll over. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I will come out here and fully admit it. But if I look out to the farther out macro time frame, right where this pump started in Luna, down here in August, this there ain't no way in a few weeks to a month this isn't all the way back down here and then all the way back down in here, right? I'm going to keep that up there because I think Luna will eventually be coming all the way back down in a full lateral move. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love to this beautiful audience.